So lately you are hearing more and more about hustle culture. You're hearing about constant hustle, hustle, hustle. No time for relaxation, no time for holidays, no time for family and no friends. Heck, no time for sleep. Sleep is for the weak. You can sleep when you're dead. Well, if you carry on this way, you probably will be dead. In 2017, an article published by The Guardian reported that in 2013, a 31-year-old journalist from Japan named Miwa Sado literally overworked herself to death. She suffered from heart failure after clocking an astonishing 159 hours of overtime. Another young woman called Matsuri Takahashi was 24 when she killed herself in April 2015. Her suicide was caused by immense stress that was brought on by long working hours. Takahashi had been working more than 100 hours overtime for months leading up to her death on Christmas Day 2015. She posted on her social media, "I want to die." Another message read, "I'm physically and mentally shattered." A reported 2,000 Japanese people have killed themselves due to work-related stress in the year to March 2016, according to the government, while dozens of other victims died from heart attacks, strokes and other conditions brought on by spending too much time at work. Now, Japan does have a history of working long hours, but it's not just a problem in Japan. It's a problem we all face as a globe. People everywhere are working longer and harder with no breaks, no adequate amount of food and very little sleep. Working hard is celebrated in the media and by society as a whole. Celebs like Gary Vee are always promoting the work hard, keep grinding, you need to hustle, hustle, hustle. Everyone, including friends and family, are always going on about how busy they are, how they don't have time to relax. They have 100 and more things to do. It's like they wear being busy like a badge of honor and you are looked down upon if you don't want to work hard or for that long. Now the true question to ask is, does working longer hours and working harder increase productivity? And are you actually busy doing the things that are worth your time and going to advance you in life and in your goals, or are you busy just for the sake of being busy? It's not productive at all. Working for longer and longer hours without any breaks, any downtime creates mental fog and brain fog, and if the work is physical, then your body starts to shut down. Studies show that working over long hours results in poorer mental health and increased anxiety. Working longer just basically means that you can get many normal activities and tasks done, but it doesn't mean you are going to turn out quality work. Many other studies show that working long hours is just detrimental to both productivity and creativity in the long run. Being constantly busy doesn't mean we are being productive. It just means we are being busy. Think about doing meaningless emails. This isn't being productive. Constantly cleaning our house when it doesn't need to be cleaned isn't productive. If all our tasks that we do aren't essential, then we aren't being productive, are we? For us to be productive, it means we are doing tasks that help us progress forward. For example, I heard a saying by some famous person that if you are flooded with emails, then delete them all and have a clean email box. The emails that are really important will be sent to you again. Trying to do loads of tasks at the same time may seem productive, seeing as you are getting in a lot of tasks done at the same time, but how much are you actually doing? And more importantly, how quality is the task? I hear a lot of people say to listen to audiobooks while at the gym. But for me, I can't do that because if I'm listening to an audiobook, then I'm not fired up for the workout, nor am I retaining the information that I'm listening to. Therefore, I'm not being efficient. For me, I would rather listen to music that gets me pumped up and focused and give it my all in the gym, and then listen to the audiobook on the drive back home. Hustle culture can go from a push in the right direction to a one-way trip to burnout, because it's only for so long you can burn the candle on both ends. And when you get burnt out and lose all motivation, or if your body gives in and problems start to acquire, then in the long run it leaves you with more work to do while you try to pick yourself back up. This never-ending cycle can only last for so long before you crash and burn. In the long run, it will serve you better to take breaks throughout the day, eat lunch, have a snack, have a chat or play a quick game. Use the Pomodoro technique, when you are working in 20 minutes chunks and then take 10 minutes off. But I have found that working in 90 minutes chunks and then taking 10 to 15 minutes rest where I go and eat or watch a video or play a quick game or have a chat to be the best way for me to be productive. This way, I don't feel overwhelmed. The goal is to be very productive in the least amount of time needed, not to be less productive in the most amount of time needed. So how do we go about being more productive in less time? Well, it's not hard work that you should be aiming at, it's smart work that you should be aiming at. You need to work smart. You need to prioritize the most important work as being the ones you tackle first. In the morning when you have your energy bar full, that's when you want to dive into the most time-intensive task first and do that to the best of your ability, using the Pomodoro technique and doing work in 90-minute chunks. What happens is when you start, you slowly transition into this flow state where you are zoned into your work, and it's in this period that you get all of your work or majority of your work done. Before you start, put your phone on silent and remove any distractions, and if you're in an office then just put in headphones if you're allowed to and allow yourself to zone in. And I repeat, do not do any social media apps before you start work, because that's when procrastination will happen. So avoid that and set yourself up to win. When you get the most important tasks done, the tasks that are beneficial for you in your work life and personal life, then the rest of the tasks that are meaningless or pointless, just delete it and take the rest of the time to enjoy your hobbies and passion. Embrace a work-life balance. When your mind is fresh, that's when it's at its most creative. Constantly working, on the other hand, creates mental fog. So take time off from work. When work is over, that means it's over, and it should be over if you prioritize your work properly. Spend your free time enjoying life, because that's what you're working so hard for, isn't it? It's to enjoy life and do your hobbies and passion while working towards your goal. As cliche as it sounds, it's not the destination that matters, it's the process. You have to love the process. If you take lots of break, it will allow you and your mind to rest and recharge, and when you get back to work, you will be even better for having taken the break. Here is a funny thing though, a lot of people such as celebs or people in the public eye that have a social media presence or company bosses are beating the drums of hustle culture, of working harder, yet they are not the people that are doing the actual work. The people who truly reap the majority of the rewards of hustle culture are not the actual people who hustle, but rather their managers and the owners of the companies they work for. Even if you are paid for overtime, is it really worth the stress and anxiety that comes with overworking yourself? And if you are constantly working, then how can you even enjoy the fruits of your labor when you don't have time for anything else except work? Did Miwa Sado, the 31-year-old Japanese woman that killed herself from overworking herself, reap the reward of her hard work, or did her employers? She just got some extra money, but her employers got 5 times the amount of money from her hard work. Same goes for any person that is working for a company. If you're on a salary or on per hour, then you working harder and longer isn't going to be beneficial for yourself, because yes, you might have more money in the short term, but then what if your body gives up? You're going to be spending that money on medical bills, and then in the long run you can't work, meaning you're losing money in the long run. Yet the company that you are working so hard for, the company that is encouraging you and telling you how much of a soldier you are, they are reaping the benefits of your hard work, and then they will replace you with another person that will do what you did when you can no longer do it. If you're working on commission basis, then that's different, because the more work you do, the more commission you can make, then that directly goes into your pocket. But you need to think about the long run. It's better to pace yourself and be in the game for 5 to 10 years longer than burning out quickly and then being a shell for the next 5 to 10 years. Hey, what's good guys? Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it helped you guys out with knowing that it's okay to take a break and relax, not having to be constantly on. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and like, subscribe. I got some bangers coming. So until then, peace.